What's up, everybody? This is Dave from Unlock Disney, and if you're a Disney nerd like me, stick around, because we are going to have some fun Disney nerding out time, okay? Because I'm pretending I just became CEO of Disney World today. You're going to hop on that train with me, and we're going to have some fun. Let's unlock Disney. All right, so we are going to have some fun today. Everybody knows that Monsters, Inc. is coming to Hollywood Studios, and the big beef is it going to be taking over the Muppets area, which is the wrong answer, or is it going to be taking over the animation area over by Star Wars Launch Bay? That is the place that I would like it to be, and today I am CEO. We are going to head over to that area in Hollywood Studios, and we are going to have some fun. I am going to make my pitch as to why that area is perfect for Monsters, Inc. Not only are we going to talk about it, but we're going to break down all the buildings behind what we see in the park. We're going to break down all those buildings and talk about what they are, what each individual building does, and is it something we can get rid of or replace? So let's have some nerdy fun, all right? Let's go. So the area that we are going to is a great area. I mean, the Disney Junior stuff is so much fun. Even Star Wars Launch Bay is a lot of fun. And then there's a whole lot of area that we're not even using anymore. I am not suggesting by any means that we get rid of Disney Junior. Launchpad does have to go. I mean, Launch Bay, not Launchpad. Launchpad McQuack stays. He is the greatest. But Launch Bay, we're going to get rid of that. Okay, so having said all that, Launch Bay can find a home, all the pieces that can find a home, either by Star Tours or in Galaxy's Edge itself. All right, we are moving away from that. There's enough Star Wars in the park. And I'm a diehard Star Wars fan, but there's enough Star Wars in this park. So let's go. Let's head on over. We are going to use Google Earth because Google Earth is awesome. If you've never used Google Earth, it's well worth it. You put in anywhere you want to be and you're there. So as we check all this out, right now we are on top of Hollywood Studios. Let's see. There's a little entrance and we walk in. We're like, hey, yay, we're spending a day at Hollywood Studios. And then we scroll on down the street and then we're up into the back area. So, right here, that is Launch Bay. Right here is the Disney Junior, Little Mermaid area, the store that's never open. So this is where I am feeling we need to put Monsters, Inc. Now, if you take a look at this, we only go back right here, this line here. So that's as far back as we see with our eyes in the park, and also like this and around. And as we go, I'll start filling in stuff. So let's talk about what we're going to do. If I'm just saying we're going to put Monsters, Inc. here, I have to be able to say we have enough room and there's enough things that can happen. All right, so let's kick it off. So as I was saying, right here is Star Wars Launch Bay. Now, if we cut back out and go down the street, right here, we have the Aerosmith ride. So we have Rock and Roller Coaster right here and here and here. So obviously that's something we cannot get rid of for obvious reasons, mostly because it's great. And if we head on behind here, we also have where, for a very short-lived time, was the Cars thing. And now that's going to make way for a villain show. Okay, so we know we can't touch that, and we can't touch that. But let's talk about what's behind everything. Coming back to Launch Bay, here's Launch Bay. If we were to come over here, we see this little building and this little building. I believe, now also, if there's some bigger nerds out there that know more than me, please comment and say, hey, Dave, that kind of wasn't absolutely perfectly right. But these two buildings right here are pretty much like groundskeeping stuff. They hold decorations, different storage for different backstage things and stuff like that. So this area right here is definitely something that we can move, okay? We already have this. So we have this and we have this. Let's keep going. If we head over to here, right here, this strip of area and this strip of area, That little area there, it's like a chiller plant. It's kind of like a whole air conditioning unit. So I feel like it's probably something we can't move. All right, so we're going to keep this guy here. But we're going to plow out some more area because we are making Monsters, Inc. Here we go. As we head over to here, there is this big old building right here. And this is actually like custodial offices and material storage and things like that. There's also like a cast member break room. We can get rid of this, all right? So we're going to knock this whole block out of here, and that's going to be part of our fun area. Okay, let's keep moving. If we check out over here, we got this little parking lot and stuff, and we have this little building right here. That is Imagineering trailers. This is definitely something that we can also move. So now we've already created this whole chunk of space right there. But we're not done yet. All right. I'm sorry, this is really nerdy, but if you love Disney World and all this stuff, you're jumping all in on this with me. So moving right along, let's find some more things we got going on. Let's head over to here. So we got this building right here and this building right here. This one, I may have these two confused, but I believe this one is like management for entertainment and like show support and things like that. And this building is, yeah, that's the show one. It's kind of hard looking at it at this angle, but I love it. This one's basically like training offices and stuff. If you're a cast member in the park, you've been in this area, this is all for training. But this is also something that can be moved somewhere else. So we're going to blow that area up too. Let's head on over to here. So now we got a good chunk of area now. We're plowing right along. Pun intended. Right here we still have some more like offices and things like that. There's upper management places in there. There's also like a few offices also. But in the end, it's all places that we can get rid of. They can go away. Let's blow it up. We're going to blow that thing up too. So now we have slowly gained a ton of space. But you know what? We're not done yet. Do you want to know why we're not done yet? Because Toy Story Land is right here. And there would be nothing better than connecting Toy Story Land with Monsters, Inc. By coming in through here. We can still keep all this here as being seen from this part of the park. The opening to Toy Story over here. But then if you go in here, Monsters, Inc., we have Monsters, Inc. here, connected here. But now we got to figure out how we're going to connect all this stuff and create a Pixar actual world. I am pumped now because now if you wanted to add other Pixar things, you actually could do that because everything's connected now. It doesn't have to be all Monsters, Inc. or Toy Story because as you can see, we are clearing out some space now. Okay, so as we move on over to here, you'll see like a parking lot area. This is like, it fills up really quick, so I'm not positive if this is something we could get rid of. I mean, we always could, but you know, we'll keep it. We'll keep it for now. Now, if we head on down a little bit, you see these two, it looks like two little buildings, but it's actually the Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. Now, if you look a little to the right of that, if you look real close, there's like a little alleyway. And that leads right into Toy Story Land, and that's where characters come out, such as Buzz right now. But you see right there, thanks, Captain Hook. And also right by that area was a little parking lot, so we can get rid of that. Now we have a ton of space connecting Monsters, Inc. to Toy Story Land. So this is stinking awesome right now. And we have one more little fun thing. If you see where I'm circling right here, that's actually a cafeteria for cast members. We're not going to get rid of that, because, you know, people need to eat. But I know people like to know, like, hey, what's that little building in there that you can't go into? Well, it's a cast member cafeteria, and now you know. And knowing is half the battle. That's what G.I. Joe taught me. So now that we look at the full map here of what space is actually available and what we can actually knock out, we're looking at a space that's actually far bigger than what Toy Story Land is right now. If I can pull this on out a little bit. We have created a ton of space right here, and Toy Story Land's only this big, so it's actually a bigger area that we can use for Monsters, Inc. than we did for Toy Story. And the biggest problem with Toy Story is it's just one lane, and it is so crowded, and there's no shade. Yo, Disney, when you make Monsters Inc., put some shade in there, because Toy Story, man, you get sunburn in like 3 minutes. And it's so crowded because you really only have the one walkway. If we can play around with Monsters Inc. and actually add a little bit more down in here to create like more Pixar type stuff, I really feel this is the perfect spot to put Monsters Inc. And after this, I'm going to start making a video about how we can improve the Muppets area, because that could be so much more than what it is, because right now it really is a waste of space. I love the Muppets, but we need to put some pizzazz in that area, because the Muppets are all about the pizzazz. All right, guys, so that's me geeking out. That's where I think Monsters Inc. should go. I hope you enjoyed like nerding out with me and like finding out what all these little buildings are in the background. I'm going to, at the end of this, just keep the actual diagram of all the back buildings, and I'll label them for you in the description. So, you know, if you want to check that out a little bit more, you certainly can. And guys, just thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. And hopefully I get to be CEO a little bit more, because, well, I know I'm going to be CEO for one more video, because we're going to make Muppets area a whole land. All right, guys, catch you later. But first, like I promised, I'll leave this up for a little bit, the diagram, and it's numbered so you can look in the description and you can nerd out and be like, oh, I know what all these little buildings are in the back. All right, now bye for real, okay? For real, bye. Go away. I'm leaving. I'm out of here.